Okay, 2 laps. Just a jog, you don't have to sprint. Good job. Okay, knee to chest. Hi, my name is Holly Retzlaff. I am the head cross-country, archery, and track and field coach. I teach physical education and health, pre-K through 6 at Warwick Public School in North Dakota. That's funny. I don't know how big Warwick is. I imagine there's maybe 60 people in it. I really don't know how big the town is. The school serves lots of communities. I don't think there's any kids from Warwick that come here. Most of the kids don't have rides here. We bus them most places, and then if there's a meet or archery tournament, I will pick them up for the meet, and then afterwards I take them home individually, each to their house. It probably takes an hour and a half to 2 hours to take them home. And if I have to pick them up in the morning, I know some of the archery tournaments, I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning, get here, get the bus loaded with our equipment, and then I go drive around and pick them up for an hour and a half or 2 hours, however long it takes, and then I drive to whatever town we're going to, which might be an hour, hour and a half away. So it's very time consuming.
Good morning. Yep, good night. Bye.
Well, Sophia, that little stinker.
I'm Maria Sofia Rain Ortega Talalin, but most people in my team calls me Tiny Superstar, as I am the smallest one in our team.
She's just this tiny little girl, and she had sometimes a little sass. That's why her mom always said I was like her second mom, because I'm like, yeah, I'd see some of that sass sometime, and I did not know she did this. She filled out this application, and then I got this award, and I asked her if she did it, and she said, well, I don't know. And I said, well, I have to know who to give credit to, and she's like, well, I did. Remember, no cutting on this corner. Yeah, come all the way this corner back to the school. Okay. Here you go.
Cross country and track is not really a sport that is advertised in our school, and not many people know that it exists and stuff. And so her effort is not shown enough, like it doesn't get any recognition. She's very caring, hands-on, and she's very selfless.
Just do the best you can, keep a pace you can do.
She buys a lot of equipment.
She buys like socks, shorts like these right here, shirts, and like shoes.
Usually when you get injured, she's worried about it. She focuses mainly on your injury. I was like running on uneven ground. I stepped in a hole or something and I ended up hurting my ankle, but she tapes me up so I could run how she wants me to and ice it up.
We are in Graham's Island State Park, just outside Dells Lake, North Dakota. This is our first meet of the year. We're starting out with the elementary run, then we have a girls JV run, then the varsity girls run. She wakes up every morning, bright and early, like she's done today. She lives in Carrington, which is way far away from here. Up mornings, late nights, just the emotion she brings to the sport, and blood, sweat, and tears is what you'll see.
She played a big part of who I am to this day because she taught me a lot of life lessons on and off track. I trust her. She's like a mother to me personally. Even in our family, we joke around that that's your second mother, but it's just true. I just let them say it because it is true.
Way to go, stay in there. I'm here to teach them how to be a better runner or a better athlete, to learn the proper skills. I used to love to run, and I hope that these little ones build a team, maybe have somebody that places that state. And I think we can. We have a lot of good runners here.
winter, we do a run streak from Thanksgiving to New Year's, and that's a fundraiser that we do for the cross-country program. Like once you get going, you just keep going. So then years piled up, and we were about 3.5 years. I don't remember the exact count of days. The runner's journal will say that, but this is March. What is it? Legs heavy, odd side discomfort, tired after school.
I remember going upstairs into our parents' room and seeing them on the floor. He was holding his notebook that he kept all his miles in, and he was crying. And I was like, something's wrong, because Dad never cries. That was right after they had received a phone call saying that he could not run anymore until they figured out what was wrong with him. And that's probably the first time that I knew that something was really wrong.
And I remember my wife saying, Daddy can't run. And then I think it was one of my girls said, ever again? And then, like, well, not right now. Not right now. But someday. So in April of 2021, I was diagnosed with hairy cell leukemia. I was told at the time by my oncologist that it is extremely rare. Like 1,000 people in the United States get it every year, but it's highly treatable.
Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Good.
Aaron is intense, funny, fun.
You guys are like all tatted up. Don't poop. It's violent.
Sometimes it's hard to really believe that there could be a teacher out there that kind of sparks that interest in their kid and also just takes a genuine interest and care in their life.
All of these kids are like my kids. I get some of those kids from 6th grade all the way through 12th grade.
He's never changed from practice to going home. He's always the same funny guy. One of the biggest lessons that I've seen through him is never give up on something you love. He never really gave into that fear and just kept going even in the midst of all of that.
He wanted to be out there running as soon as he could. Didn't want to be kept to the sidelines. Still to this day, he doesn't want to admit that, he was a leukemia patient. He's like, I'm still here. I'm the same guy I was, Yes, I survived cancer, but that doesn't necessarily define who I am.
Just practice for you guys, okay? This is so that next Thursday, you feel confident that you know where you're going, what's going on. I know it's warm, but it's still a great day to run because you're on 2 feet upright and taking air just like you should be. Remember, this is for the whites. Home whites, home course. I can only give you 6. And I'll do it. 1, 2, 3. Run! Yes!
He told us before anyone else in the school that he had leukemia. I remember him saying, he's like, I wanted to tell you this before I told anyone else because I don't want you guys to freak out. But I'm gonna be gone for the next 2 months because I have leukemia. He wasn't too out of it, but he's a little more quiet. And I've never seen him so serious about anything.
Through this whole process, you find what your support system really is. We've been showered with more love, my family has, than I could ever imagine. There's a psalm that we say in our house all the time, which is, I believe that I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And I have been the recipient of that.
When the kids first heard this, that he was going to have to stop running, they chose to get together after school and run a mile for him every day after school.
But I remember us on runs showing up to his house and we'd say hi from a distance. It was just really fun to see him. Because he still looked good. He didn't really look any different to me. He just had to stay inside.
Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the lights.
When I found out what the award was, I was like, well, that makes perfect sense, of course. He He is so deserving.
I was very surprised. I said, Brooks, the running company? And then he was like, I don't know who nominated me. And I was going through a list in my head of like, there are so many people that he's like inspired and been a coach to. It could have been anybody.
He is definitely a great coach, a coach that I look up to as a co-coach.
The benefits that came with the award, he was so excited for that to help benefit the team, help benefit the course, and like just make it better for us.
Because it's not supposed to be about me. None of this it's about them. Like, it's about making sure that they can see that stuff's gonna happen and it sucks and it's real. Keep pushing. Don't give up. If I'm still upright, if I can still breathe, I have something more that I'm living for. And it's not for me. God has me here for a purpose, and that purpose is to encourage those kids. And that's it.